Not the rest of me, but maybe I feel more photogenic when I'm more feminine. When I'm more feminine. I feel like this is all a trick. Like I look all girly here, but like me actually? Like this is my water bottle. This is my water bottle. Like this is my wallpaper, not wallpaper, my phone case, my profile picture on Discord. That's not my account. Where's my account? This is my Discord account. Like my profile picture on TikTok is this. Like, look at me, right? Look at me. And this is what I drew for Halloween. This is what I drew for Halloween. Does this match? That's a drawing of me. This is the same person. Ignore that I like my own post. Does this match? Does it match? Like, okay, so some of my other, nope, wrong app. Like, some of my other drawings, right? Like, I think this is a little bit more understandable, right? It's hard to see. Hold on, let me turn my brightness down. Excuse me, sorry. Like, I think this is a little bit more believable, right? Something like that. I don't look like an artist, though. Hey guys, this is my drawing pen. Don't ask why it's covered in tape. Like, oh, this is something I own. It's kind of gross, but like, I own this, right? What's something else that like really contradicts what I look like? Do I look like I enjoy Dunkin'? Like, I don't know, maybe like the lighting in the camera makes me look different. Hold on. Not really. Like, I can't even recognize myself. Like the way I act, like I'm still like, not roughhousing, but oh, my edges kind of messed up. But like, I don't know how to explain it. What was I saying? Right, like, I still act the way I do normally, like less feminine, because I'm not like hyper feminine, which is part of the reason why should I post this on my YouTube? Maybe as like a vlog. Wait, if I'm posting on my YouTube, let me hide my messy room. Guys, don't look, don't look, don't look. That trash bag isn't gross, it just has like paper in it. But anyways, like, part of the reason why I'm doing edges more than I would usually. Nails, I mean, I do those occasionally, whatever. But I'm not wearing the foundation powder today, but why I would usually, why I have lip stuff that's like wiped away, why I have lashes on, falsies, why I have falsies on, why I already said edges. You know, part of it is to feel more, or appear more feminine, because people don't see me as feminine. I don't even know if you can hear me. I just started recording for fun. Like, what was I saying? I'll turn this off. Look at this cool keychain my dance teacher gave me. Isn't it so nice? But anyways, the reason why, I mean, it's also like for myself, whatever, because I think it's nice, you know, to be more feminine, but the biggest reason why I'm doing it is to appear to my peers as more feminine, because typically I wouldn't care, right? When I was much, much, much younger, I cared a lot about my appearance, right? I hated it when I was younger, especially because I was like fat or whatever. I hated my appearance. Oh, guys, I lost 34 pounds. Can you believe it? Wow. So much slimmer already. But I hated my appearance as a kid so much so that I wanted to, like, die over it. Like, I wanted to over my appearance when I was, like, this is, like, elementary school. Middle school, like, a little bit, you know? And I slowly gained my confidence, mostly when I started doing theater at school. I first started in 6th grade, because my school goes from 6th to 12. My school's both middle school and high school. And I've been going here since the 6th grade. And why am I blinking? It's been a long day and I'm tired. The first and only thing I've eaten today was a sandwich from Dunkin', so wait, no, I just lied. I have eaten today, but not a lot. Like, not a normal amount. But that's not what's important. I started doing theater in 6th grade. And each year, except for 7th, because that's when my mom passed. So I was in a play then, but I dropped out of it because, you know, I couldn't. Obviously, my mom just died. Like, I'm 13, my mom is dead. So, like, I can't focus on this, right? So, but every year at my time, minus 7th grade, at my school so far, I've done theater. Right? And through that time, I've gained a lot more confidence. Because you can't, especially because I was getting bigger roles. Like, my first ever actual role in theater in 6th grade was the lead role. I got the lead. You know, I mean, I wasn't like appearing super often, but I had like, there was 2 lead roles and I got one of them. It's called Pauper Princess. So basically there's like this poor girl, I was the poor one, and then there was the other one. And the whole thing is that they're supposed to look identical, right? And you see me, right? I know I look paler on my webcam because of the lights. Like, I'm darker than this, right? Especially during warmer seasons, because I'm mixed, I tan very, very easily. Maybe, like, if I edit this, I'll, like, put a picture of how dark, like, the darkness I've gotten from being in the sun. But, you know, you can imagine me. Thicker, dark curly hair, tannish skin depending on the year. And then there was this other girl who played the princess, who was this much shorter white girl with like a blonde bob or like mid-length blonde hair, which is like, the whole thing was like, oh, we're identical and we look literally nothing like each other. Where was I going with that? But yeah, I was getting a lot of lead roles, so like, when you get bigger roles and you're performing in front of people, you can't really afford to be shy. You know, you can't really be shy. So this crippling social anxiety that I had for so much of my life, like, I would cry in front of people. Like, if I had to be in front of people, I would cry because I would be so nervous and so afraid to be in front of people, you know? And as I've grown up, as I've gotten older and done more things in the public, I quickly lost a lot of those fears. You know, I'm not the most confident one could be, right? But I have no issue, like, doing presentations in front of class. Whatever I'm nervous about, it's me being graded. I don't care about what my classmates are thinking of me. You know, I can perform. Like, I was in a dance class. We did a performance in front of my grade twice. Once during the day, school day and after school for like families and stuff, right? And I performed then, and even though I'm not really a dancer, right? So even though I was forgetting some of the moves and I could have been a little bit awkward, even though I always put like my energy into things because I like to be fun, right? Even if I was dancing wrong, like I said, I try to put the energy in and I still try to be fun. Even if I'm moving a little incorrectly, right? Or if it's clear that I don't really know what I'm doing, I still try to show my confidence and I still try not to be afraid. So why I bring up like my confidence journey is that because I was so self-conscious and so nervous in front of other people before, and as I've gained that confidence, I've also stopped caring what people think of me. Obviously, you have those thoughts in the back of your head, whatever, but I've kind of just let go of those feelings, right? And yeah, sometimes I can sit and think like, oh, she's prettier than me, or oh, I wish I looked like her, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like, so what? Especially because at my age, I know this is not what I'm gonna look like in the next 10 years. You age. I'm still a juvenile. I'm still young, so I'm not gonna cry over what I look like now when I know it's gonna change. Like I said, I've been losing weight. Different, things happen, and you're not gonna look the same forever in your youth than you will for like when you get older in your adult life and then your like senior life and stuff like that. But recently, I don't know. Am I allowed to? I can talk about what I want. Recently, I've had the thoughts and feelings like insecurity and jealousy, mostly coming from how I feel like maybe people, like generally, not on like a I don't mean on a deeper level, more like surface whatever, or to break through the surface, people, I'm not as popular in that sense, and part of the reason I think that is because I'm not ultra feminine. I'm not pretty in the same way or as pretty as a lot of my female peers. I don't dress the way they do. I'm not, I'm bigger than them, even though there's some of them who are like on the thicker side who are still like whatever, it's like a specific category. And I know that I'm nothing like those people, and there's no way for me to like squish myself into the same boxes that they are, because that's just not who I am. They just happen to be those kinds of people, and I happen to be my kind of person, and I can only force myself so much to be like them because I know it's not me. But like I was saying, I'm not feminine the way they do. I dress in these alternative styles. I'm loud. I'm super weird. I am into a lot of things that they're not. I'm very complex. I mean, obviously everyone's complex, but like, I'm a very complex person. I feel like I sound weird saying it, but like anyone, there's a lot of layers to me as I am, and because of the different combinations of what I am and who I am, I never really fit into any groups, just generally. There's no one I really fully blend in with, because even if we are similar in a lot of these things, I'm also still too different from, the people I've hung out with. I don't think I've ever had, maybe like once in elementary, but I don't think I've ever had like a best friend. I have friends, right? I have very good friends, who I care for, who care for me, and we know each other. But I don't think there's anyone that I'm like with, because there's no one I found that's like, you know what I mean? But to not get off track, I'm thinking about what I want to reveal and what I don't want to reveal, because now I've started talking to this like it is, like I will post it. I might, 15 minutes? Wow. You know what? Yes, because I said on my YouTube channel I would post anything, and I will post this. Even though you can see my messy ass room, and I'm not prepared. So what? Sorry, I had to run to the restroom. I think the last thing I said was that, that I'm gonna post anything that I want. I'm not wearing glasses. I took them, yeah. No! It adds to it! It adds to this weird face that I can't recognize. My lack of glasses. I've been blind for so long, I look weird without them. But, I'll be back. I don't know what's necessarily wrong with you seeing me get up. I don't know. There are like 2 socks on the floor and a piece of paper, so maybe that's why. But, you saw the sock. I have to clean, but that's not my point. Okay, I guess I'll share. If you know me, go away. And if you're not going away because I can't actually stop you, then don't ask me any questions and don't gossip. But, anyway. I guess I'll try to be vague, but still share details. Okay. So, earlier I mentioned that part of me looking up, like, doing this to my appearance. Because, okay, so on my YouTube channel, my 5th Cry of Fear episode, I started editing it, like, a month ago? Like, I filmed it and I started to edit it, and then there was one section of the video that I think I just might cut the whole thing out because I was stuck on one level. Why is my gun silent? Why is my gun silent? As we all know that I love to get stuck on the simplest of things, because I misunderstand, I don't know, but anyways, well, because on that video, I decided to turn my webcam on, which is why I brought it up. So, like, you'll see what I usually look like, because that video was just, like, me any day. May or may not have been after school. I just sat down and started filming, you know? But, I don't wear lashes. I won't wear a lot of makeup. Like, maybe a little bit of tint, maybe some mascara, maybe some K-O-H-L. You know, when you put the stuff on your waterline. I know there's another one that's like kajal. I'm sorry for butchering it. Actually, let's see how it's pronounced. Let's see, because I don't want to be wrong anymore. How to pronounce that's not what we're looking for. How to pronounce... Oh, one of them is acai. So when I used to go to Starbucks, right, I would ask for, can I get a frozen strawberry lemonade, acai with 4 or 3 scoops of lavender powder? And then when I went to the hospital, right, my local hospital has a Starbucks, I ordered the same thing, and when the guy was making the drink, he said acai. And, like, my heart shattered because I realized all this time I've been saying it wrong. Okay, how to pronounce this word. Oh, I misspelled it. Okay, let's see.
Pronounced words in the world like this other curious word, but how do
this
you
video
say what
is
you're
by
looking for today? We are looking at how to pronounce these names,
Julian
as
Mikkel.
well as to say more confusing names that many mispronounce. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel to learn more.
Cajal. Okay, so cajal, it's like that, where you put like the stuff on your waterline. It originated in like the Middle East. I'm pretty sure to like help with like this like extreme sun in your eyes to make it like less effective. But anyways, yeah, I might like wear a little bit of that, you know. What was I saying? More recently, I started putting more powder on my face after my most recent theater production, because like, oh wow, it looks natural, but you know, it still like removes like redness and whatever. Maybe some stuff on my lips, some lip gloss, and like that's it, right? And the reason why, and only like the past little while, like I just got these lashes. I mean, I've worn lashes before, but for like very brief period. It's like, I'm definitely not that kind of person who would say, oh, she typically wears lashes, because I don't, right? Like, never. Like, the most cases I would have been for a theater production, and even then I'm more likely to just wear mascara, you know, because I don't have like super short lashes. Like, I definitely wish they were longer. This eye has shorter lashes than this one, which is like so annoying. But okay, let me actually start to tell you. So there's someone I go to school with, one of my friends, that I've known since I first started going to the school I go to now, since the beginning of middle school, 6th grade. And I want to make it clear that I have a crush on nobody. And I know that really, I'm sure you can really come to your own conclusion with me saying just that, but I don't have a crush on anyone. I don't really have crushes. Like, sometimes I would think I have a crush, but more it's like, oh, I have an idea of dating this person, you know, and it seems nice, but it's not like I actually want to, like, date. You know, it's like, I want you to be my partner. You know, it's not like that. But, there's this person, and there's another person. Oh, okay, I'll call the first person friend. So, obviously, I'm not friends only friend, right? And I've always thought that friend was very interesting, you know, cool. And ever since the 6th grade, I've had this feeling where it's like, I want to know more about you. Like, I want to be more personal. And again, not in a romantic way. Not at all like that, right? But it's just like, I want to know more about you. I just want to be closer in general, right? And friend has their own friend that they like. And that like is in a more romantic sense. I think they had a relationship at some point. And for those you know me, I don't like only men, so now you really can't know who I'm talking about. I'm just gonna say that. Can't say, oh, it's a boy. You don't know that. But friend likes this other person, a little bit romantically, but the other person, I think, has kind of moved on, in a way. Like, they're still close and personal, but, the other person, you know, has dated other people since then, you know. I think it's my friend who still has, like, actual lingering feelings. I don't know, because friend doesn't talk to me. And that's the thing. Part of the reason I started, and it's a little bit embarrassing, you know, and it's really stupid. Because, like, obviously in the back of my head, I know it's like, these people have already seen, like, the real, true me for the past how many years. It's like, I can switch up now. I mean, people change, but, you know, I can do whatever I want now. But it's still not, like, you know, still not that impactful. But, so I have another lady friend. Sorry, I'm trying to be as anonymous as I can, because, you know, I'm sure you know. But lady friend has friendship with the other person. Okay, I'll call friend's crush Tyler, because I have Tyler. I have a Call Me If You Get Lost vinyl right here, and then I have Igor poster up. So I'll call them Tyler. So and I'll call lady friend Liberty, because I have a Statue of Liberty clock right there. So Liberty is friends with Tyler, right? And obviously, and Liberty tells me all the drama that's always going on, because I'm never involved with anything. So they tell me everything that's going on with different people, and they were explaining to me how Tyler and Friend have a close relationship, which I've already kind of known about, but, you know, they kind of tell me more about it, and how Friend likes Tyler. And I guess I felt envious, honestly, because I think envious is like jealousy over what someone like there actually is a difference between jealousy and envy, and I think envy is, I don't want to say materialistic, but let's look. It's good to be educated. So Jonathan Joss, you know who that is? I don't, but he got suggested when I clicked J. Oh, and John Redcorn. I think that's the indigenous guy from King of the Hill. What am I talking about? Okay. Think. Jealousy versus envy, which is a song by Griffinstein. Shout out to all the Griffinstein fans out there. Whoever that may be. So there's synonyms. Envy is the painful feeling of wanting something someone else has. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I was feeling envious. Because, like I said before, I've always wanted to know more about Friend. Not more, but I wanted to be more personal, and I wanted to have some kind of closeness, because what Liberty told me is that Friend tells Tyler everything, you know, because they like Tyler, that they are very close and very personal, whatever, and I guess I wished it was like that with me as well. And I'm not saying me only, because I'm not like a yandere, like, it's like, me only, me. It's like, I'm not like that, obviously. Don't look at my socks. It's embarrassing, guys. But, what was I saying? I wish I had that kind of closeness too, you know? I don't need to date anyone, you know, but I wish that they had felt personal with me as well. And I thought that if it's like I'm 6 years old. You can't make this up. No, all you can do is make this up. This sounds fake. But you know what? My YouTube channel is going to be like my diary. You know, there you go. You guys get to know everything about my life, because what do I care? I mean, I could tell my therapist this, but I don't have therapy till tomorrow, so what can I do? But, I started to make my appearance more like everyone else. Excuse me. To the hopes that maybe I could be able to have more relationships with my peers. Because, like I said, I'm nothing like everyone else, and I can't force myself into different boxes, but if there's anything I can help, I at least want relationships with, you know, I don't know, other people, you know, I want to be able to be close with these other people as well, for them to like me like they like others. Obviously, I can only ask for so much, because they've known each other much longer than they will ever know me, but I was hoping that maybe, I don't know, Friend would see me in a different light that would make me more appealing. Admitting to stuff like this is so embarrassing. Almost, maybe not humbling, but I'm embarrassed. Because I'm not supposed to feel like this. I'm not supposed to feel like this. I'm not supposed to be jealous over relationships in high school. Because what does anything mean in high school anyway? Because 9 times out of 10, you will never really see the people you know in high school again, right? Unless you have like these close best friends. You're not really gonna... These people, unless you're really close, you're never really gonna have any real relationships with these people ever again. You know? You are gonna be buddy-buddy best friends now, and once you graduate and everyone starts to go to different colleges in different places, that's when you start to drift apart. So what do I really care about my relationships in high school, because nothing really lasts here. You know, you all are coming here with the same goal to study and to get, I mean, not everyone wants to go to college, but people typically do. To go to college to achieve what you want to do in life. See, after graduation, you know, college, whatever, but like when you're in the real world, that's when things start to matter. That's when relationships start to matter more. You know what I'm saying? So, feeling stuff like that now, to me, is like, why should I care? Why should I care if someone wants me, or if someone, I don't know, wants to be closer with me, you know, in friendships? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about your relationships in high school. Obviously, they're still important. You know, your relationships with other people are still important, because we're all young adults, basically. We're all growing people. We're all gonna be actual adults soon. So I'm not saying these things aren't important. Just that they're important in a different way than it is when you're much older. But I don't know. How did I even start talking about this? Oh yeah, because I think I said, oh, I feel so pretty like this, and I get so many compliments, like the other girls in my grade are saying like, oh, I like your makeup, you know, you look so dolled up. I went to the nurse today at school, and she asked me if I was doing something today, because usually, like I said, I don't look like this usually, you know. And I was telling her I just want to be feminine, and I told her it's for myself, but honestly, it really isn't. Because if I hadn't felt feelings of jealousy and envy and honestly insecurity, then I wouldn't do this, because I was doing fine before, you know. But I don't know. I just don't want to feel it anymore, because it's annoying, because it's what I keep thinking about. And when I see Tyler at school, I can feel that envy inside of me. And I just want to say that it doesn't make any kind of resentment, because it's not, Tyler didn't do anything to me, you know? Tyler didn't ask to be liked, you know? Tyler's Tyler, and it's on me to feel the things that I do. I mean, I don't choose to. Like I said, if I could just nod, then I wouldn't. But I don't blame Tyler for anything. I don't blame Friend either. I don't blame anyone. Because no one harmed... Bless you. No one harmed me, and... Alright, I don't blame anyone for anything. You know? But, I'm trying to remember... What was I saying? It's so quiet in here. I want to play music, but I don't want YouTube to, like, kill me for posting music. Or having music playing. My first ever, video on my YouTube channel, the first Cry of Fear playthrough, I got, like, nothing happened. I didn't get, like, a strike or anything, but they said that there was copyrighted music in the beginning. Like, some Spanish song. And all that was playing, like, you've seen it if you've seen my channel, like, when you're on the menu screen of Cry of Fear, like, the ambience that plays. That's what they said was the copyrighted music, and I was gonna, like, put a claim back, but then I was like, whatever. But, what was I saying? Nothing important, really, but, you know, it feels embarrassing to talk about, but, like, yeah. When I see Tyler and the, like, you know, around the school, then I think about those things, you know, when Friend sends me stuff on TikTok, I think about it, and I think about it even at other times, like, when I see my reflection, you know, that's how you know it's not genuine, because when I see my reflection, I don't see, or when I have been seeing, I don't see, like, me. You know, I see who I'm trying to be, if that makes sense. Like, it reminds me of the situation that caused me to look this way, because I look this excuse me, I'm wearing, like, my face like this to, I'm wearing my face like this because of that situation. You know, these freaking piece of craps are on my eyes for that reason. You know? And it's not like I'm being totally not genuine, because I don't hate it, you know? Because, like, you know, it's not all, like, totally bad. But it's still, like, false, you know? And, like, when friend messages me on TikTok, it really makes me think of it more, because, you know, they don't really send me anything, I don't want to say a value, but there's one thing that we've bonded over, which is a mutual interest, and they'll send me, like, edits about it, and it's like, I know that's not all you're about, and I wish that you would want to relate to me through other things, not just this mutual interest, you know? But that's one of the reasons, you know, I want to get closer. It's because friend also doesn't know me that way, you know? And I guess I wish they did. I don't know. I guess this turned into venting, because initially I just opened the camera. I opened the camera app on my computer. See, I'm not even on OBS. I'm literally just on the camera app on my computer. And I was just taking pictures. On TikTok, I like to use pictures of, like, my face as reactions to stuff. Once someone called me chopped. It was so mean. But I was literally in my pajamas, like, bare face, with my bonnet on. Like, this was just early morning, like, not trying to look good. But I was taking pictures of, like, different reactions that I could, like, use on anywhere. And then I started recording, and I'm not gonna cut it out. Like, you'll see in the beginning, I'm just, like, fooling around. And then I really just, like, looked. Ow. I have a pimple here, and it's like, ow. But then I'm, like, looking at myself, and I'm like, oh. Because then I remembered why I look like this. You know? I guess I really just don't see myself. I'm not used to it, because, like I said, I don't dress like this usually, but I don't see me. You know? And, like, I guess you can already tell my character. Like, when you look at my dresser, I have all these stickers here. You can see a knitted purse or crocheted purse right here, you know. I have random shit hanging from my bed. You can't see it, but I have a pride flag right here, a Russian flag right over there. I have a freaking Beanie Baby pig hanging from a phone, like, holder right over here. I have my piano with a sweater thrown on it, you know? Like, I guess this isn't really who I am. But it's who I want people to think I am, I guess. I'm making this sound more, like, sad and insecure than it really is. I made this sound worse than it is, because it's really not that bad. You know, long story short, I platonically like someone who doesn't want the same from me, basically, and I try to look more desirable. That's it. And I'll probably give up on it in the future. Because, you know, look at my edge game. It's literally so terrible. It's literally so terrible. Don't look at my edges. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look at my edges. But, yeah. It's whatever, I guess. People say I look pretty. Oh, my lashes are coming off. I'm falling apart. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Did I get a lot done? No. On another note, one thing I like to do is write stories. So what I do, I think of a story idea, right? And then I send a Google form to my classmates that I made so they can be a character in the things that I write. And I've been doing this since the 7th grade. And actually, friend has been in every single one of the stories. Has been in every single one of the stories. And this one, the newest one that I'm doing now, is kind of like Twilight. It's about vampires and werewolves. And they all go to high school, right? But I've been struggling to figure out how to write high school and keep it interesting, you know? Because I'm still on the first chapter, because I just started doing this, and it's like, I know some things that I want to happen in the first chapter, but I don't know how to go about it without it being, like, boring or dry or, like, just awkward. I want it to still be engaging whilst not being too random. Anyways, I guess it's nice to say out loud, in a way, what I was feeling. I mean, I wish I could go more into depth, with someone who wouldn't judge me. I guess the internet's like the worst place to go to that, but good thing nobody knows about my channel. Good thing nobody knows, so... Good thing nobody knows about my channel, so I don't have to be nervous about it. Yay! Yay! But, yeah. Okay, if you watched all 40 minutes... Have I ever been recording for so long? Yeah, I don't know. If you watched, like, the whole thing, then okay. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna post this and title it, like... Me ranting to my webcam. There you go. That can be my series. Me ranting to my webcam, where I just talk about stuff. And the first thing I ever talk about is... unfortunate situation. Like, why couldn't I tell you about my day? Oh, wait, let me show you something. I made this poster for my English class. Where is it? I made this, so we had to make some project about a rebel, right, in history, and I made mine about Jean-Michel. I don't know how to say his last name, which is embarrassing because he's Haitian and I'm Haitian. But, can I look at the picture, please? Because I want to show it. And this is the poster. I made it digitally. I made it last night. And this is what I made. See, proof it's mine. You can see my name in the corner. This is my... I can't really see it that well. You know what? I'll just... Actually, no. I don't want to edit this video because that would take too much time. This is the poster I made, and I tried to make it similar to his art style, because if you've seen any of his paintings, like, you would get the vibe. And obviously it's not the same, but I'm also not just painting, because there's requirements on the poster. I had to have 5 pictures of him and 10 fun freaking facts, which I put. Look, I saw a ladybug today. Wait, no, that picture's blurry. I don't know what it was doing. It was, like, putting yellow stuff on the leaves. Like this one right here. It's right under its... It was right under its mouth, too. You can't see it, but... Maybe here you can see better. Yeah, now you can see it. Yeah, there's, like, yellow stuff. I don't know what that means. I don't know much about ladybugs, but what I do know is that one bit me when I was, like, in 1st grade, so I resent them. Anyways, thanks for listening to me rant to my webcam. Maybe I'll record my 6th Cry of Fear episode today. I tried playing Minecraft before, but I spent, like, 2 hours trying to find a place to build my base, because I need to play this fair and square. Accept the changes I've made in the beginning. I had my chance. I had been playing for, 3 in-game days. Is that a village? I had been playing for 3 in-game days. 3 in-game days. I had my chance to make the changes I wanted. So I must be content with all decisions I've made. If I didn't think of something, then oh well. Oh, I hope I don't start sinking in the snow. I remember the first time I saw that update, I panicked because I couldn't understand what was happening. Oh, good thing I don't have that temperature mod installed. I don't know if they have it on... Holy shit, he actually is behind me. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! And when I finally found someplace, I died. I got killed by a witch. So I think I'm just gonna not post that video, because I was planning on just like continuing onwards, but I think I'm just gonna start over. I was gonna keep it a secret, but I already said it, and I'm not editing this video. I'm just gonna stop recording and then post it right on my YouTube. Because do I care? No, I don't. And it's not the worst thing ever, because you can see the other stuff that people post on YouTube. It's like, why are you putting this on here? Well, yeah, I told you my life story. I wish I could tell you more, but what would that do for me? So, yeah. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, have a good Kwanzaa. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. Not if your birthday hasn't happened yet this year. If your birthday hasn't happened yet this year, I wish you nothing. If your birthday has happened this year, happy late birthday. And if your birthday is today, then happy birthday.